Hi guys, welcome back, or if it's your first time, thank you for joining us. I'm Hélène and I am so pleased to bring you another video, and this is a continuation of the video I just posted. It is the Best Palette Tag series, and this is the the second set of questions. So I would like to just go through them. There are 8 questions and just give you my picks for the different palettes for each one of the questions. So I hope you enjoy, and I would love to hear down below what your recommendations or your preferences would be for the various questions in this tag. Tag questions. Okay, so eyeliner, brush, or nothing included. I have to admit that I'm really into having a brush in a palette because I like to have additional options. And if I find that there's a color I keep going into over and over in a palette, it's nice to be able to use that brush to go in with that color. As well, the brush gives me an indication too of sometimes of how the powders, the eyeshadow is intended to be used, whether it's really a fluffy all over the lid or if it's going to be highly precision. The brush head tends to be very, very small, so it gives me some information. The second question is, name a palette you've hit pan on. I don't have it anymore. I depotted the palette in question because it was just super bulky. It had a palette of lipsticks in there that I didn't use. They were too old. So anyway, it was a holiday collection from a brand called Quo that you find at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada. And so I have my Makeup Forever package here for the depotted stuff. And you're going to see in the top here that I have kind of a peachy gold and a gold that I've hit pan on. And I also have from that same palette, just get it for you real quick here, one that I'm working on for my project pan, and you can see it right in the middle here. That is the rose gold that I'm working on right now for my project pan. So I've definitely hit pan on a number of shadows for that that palette. But here's the thing, at that time I only had one because I couldn't wear makeup very often, so I don't know what that says. The third question is, moving on. The third question is my favorite naked palette. So I have all 5 of them, and I know maybe I'm weird, but for me it's the Naked Smoky. I really like this palette. I've been so pleased with the looks that I've been able to come up with, and it looks like it's going to last me forever, but it's just so unusual as far as the color selections. They tend to go toward the dark. I don't know, I'm inspired every time I use this palette, and I ended up getting, which is usually when I want a more smoky look, but I always end up with a great looking eye, and I get lots of compliments, so it just has to be my preference. Plus, I mean, like I said, the packaging is just out of this world. Favorite holiday or limited edition palette? I have to say, I am a sucker for packaging, as you just heard. It has to be the now defunct Estée Edit metallics kind of or shimmery palette. I love the fact that you have 2 sets of palettes that come together, and I like the fact that now this was supposed to be a face palette, but I never saw it that way. I just use it as eyeshadow, and as you can see, there's quite a few different shimmery options there. And then on the other side you have the more colorful options. And I think that for an evening out when you want to have royal or deep complex colors, you can use this palette, and it has just beautiful, beautiful colors. Just beautiful colors. I love this palette. Anyway, that's my views there. And then palette that I would repurchase or wish I had a backup of, this one, the Clay Play. It's a palette that was released by Tarte for not very long, and they reissued it with a blush, but I still like the original. Haven't tried the blush one, but it would be nice to have a backup of this one. And let's see here, a shade that I wish were sold individually. This would be the Lala Lavish from Buxom. I really, really love this color. Let's see if I can do a swatch for you. It has this iridescent, oh, I got a chunk out of it. It has this amazing iridescence to it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful on the eye. I've worn it before in videos, and I really, really enjoy it. And luckily it is available to add to a Buxom palette, which I will probably do, but I don't know that it can come in this nice little case, and so this sample is something that I really, really cherish quite a bit. There was a wild card for a question from the previous tag, and what I would suggest is going back and revisiting the packaging tag. I had originally said heavy metals, and I still really like the heavy metals packaging, even though a lot of folks don't like it. But the Jean-Michel Basquiat collection, to me, is really amazing. It comes with the little hook at the back so that you can put it up as artwork, and it truly is. I mean, it's a reproduction of his artwork. And the box itself is a canvas finish. I just, every time I look at them, I love them, and I'm very careful with them because I just consider them works of art. So that would be my re-answering of that question, although I still like the heavy metals for packaging. And the last one would be, what palette would you recommend to a friend? Hands down, okay, color swatches all over. Hands down, it has to be the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collab. And that is because of the versatility of the palette. I'm guessing if I'm recommending a palette to a friend, it's a friend that may not have as many palettes as I do. And I really think that this palette is a one-stop shop. And for the money, the value is definitely there at 35 shades. I highly recommend taking a look at it, swatching it if you have the opportunity. It is a fantastic palette. That is it for the second palette tag, or I guess palette tag revisited. I hope you enjoyed my selections for you today, and like I said, I'd love to hear what your selections would be for the various questions, or if you disagree with me or agree with me, I'd love to hear that too. So looking forward to the conversation down below. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like the content, and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.